Welcome, seekers of the truth, to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a most supreme love horoscope for the general collective for the week that is between July 6th through July 12th of this year of 2026. With that said, collective, let's get into your horoscope. So the collective romantic atmosphere this week is defined by a profound and necessary dismantling of emotional illusions, forcing a stark confrontation with the reality of your attachments as the moon wanes from its gibbous peak into a dark, waning crescent. This lunar progression acts as a cosmic solvent, dissolving the comforting fictions you have maintained about your partnerships and exposing the raw, unvarnished truth of where your emotional investments are actually landing. As the last quarter moon exacts its precise point of friction, you will experience a sharp, unavoidable reckoning in your closest bonds, where the tension between what you desire and what you are actually receiving becomes impossible to ignore. This is not a week for gentle compromises or sweeping grievances under the rug. It is a period of aggressive emotional pruning, where you are compelled to cut away the dead weight of codependency, unreciprocated effort, and stagnant relational patterns that have drained your vitality. Mercury's retrograde motion through the deeply sensitive waters of the crab amplifies this internal audit, dragging up ghosts of romantic pasts and resurrecting old conversations that were left unfinished. You will find your mind obsessively looping over previous lovers, missed opportunities, and the echoes of old arguments, creating a dangerous vulnerability to nostalgia. This retrograde motion clouds your present judgment with the seductive haze of what used to be, tempting you to reach out to ex-partners or rekindle faded sparks simply because the familiar feels safer than the unknown. However, yielding to this retrograde pull will only trap you in cyclical patterns of heartbreak, as the universe is actively demanding that you close these doors permanently rather than propping them open with sentimental memories. The true trajectory of your love life this week requires you to look forward with brutal honesty, recognizing that the past has nothing left to offer you but repetitive lessons you have already failed to graduate from. As the sun continues its steady march, it forms a challenging aspect to a retrograding Neptune, shattering the rose-colored glasses through which you have been viewing a specific romantic interest or partnership. The fog of idealization is lifting abruptly, revealing the flaws, evasions, and subtle betrayals that you previously chose to overlook. This sudden clarity can feel like a harsh, cold shower, stripping away the dopamine-fueled highs of a new romance or the comfortable blindness of a long-term union. But it is a vital purification process that prevents you from investing your heart in a mirage. You are being forced to see people exactly as they are, not as you wish them to be. And this discernment will dictate who stays in your inner circle and who is permanently exiled. Simultaneously, the movement of Venus from the dramatic, ego driven expanses of the Lion into the critical, analytical territory of the Virgin marks a massive shift in how you express and receive affection. The era of grand performative gestures and loud declarations of love is ending, replaced by a quiet, meticulous evaluation of practical compatibility. You will no longer be impressed by empty words or flashy displays of wealth and status. Instead, your romantic radar will be finely tuned to detect consistency, reliability, and the mundane, unglamorous acts of service that actually sustain a partnership. This Venusian shift brings a highly discerning, almost clinical eye to your dating life, where you will quickly lose interest in anyone who cannot meet your newly elevated standards of emotional and practical hygiene. You will find yourself rejecting potential partners for minor infractions or inconsistencies that you would have previously ignored, driven by an innate need to protect your energy from those who do not pull their weight. This transition demands that you stop romanticizing potential and start evaluating reality, asking yourself if the person actually adds value to your daily life or merely complicates it with their unresolved chaos. The presence of Mars and Uranus in the restless mercurial air of the twins injects a volatile, unpredictable electricity into your social and romantic interactions, sparking sudden, intense attractions that burn bright and fade just as quickly. You will experience a heightened desire for mental stimulation and witty banter, seeking partners who can match your intellectual pace and keep you on your toes. However, this same energy breeds a profound restlessness and an aversion to anything that feels overly binding or emotionally heavy, leading to sudden breakups, abrupt withdrawals, or shocking confessions that blow up the status quo. If you are in a committed relationship, this transit demands that you introduce novelty, intellectual curiosity, and personal space into the dynamic, or else the suffocating weight of routine will trigger an impulsive rebellion. The karmic axis of the nose, pulling between the boundless merging of the fishes, or the fish, and the structured boundaries of the virgin, highlights the ultimate lesson you are meant to master this week: how to maintain your individual identity and practical standards without losing your capacity for deep spiritual connection. You are being asked to stop sacrificing your own needs on the altar of your partner's comforts, and to stop enabling their dysfunction under the guise of unconditional love. Pluto's retrograde motion in the fixed air of the water bearer intensifies underlying power struggles, bringing subconscious control issues and manipulative tendencies to the surface where they can be finally addressed or dismantled. This is a time of deep psychological restructuring within your partnerships, where the old hierarchies and unspoken contracts are being torn up and rewritten. You will no longer accept subtle forms of emotional coercion or silent treatments. You will demand transparent, equitable exchanges of power and vulnerability. Ultimately, this week's astrological weather is a crucible for your romantic life, burning away everything that is fake, fragile, or fundamentally misaligned with your highest good. The outcome of this intense period of relational auditing will be a significantly smaller but infinitely more authentic and secure circle of love. You will emerge from this week with a hardened boundary around your heart, a clear vision of what you will no longer tolerate, and a profound sense of liberation that comes from finally aligning your romantic reality with your inherent worth. The universe is clearing the debris of your past attachments to make way for a love that is grounded, practical, and entirely real. But you must be willing to let go of the illusions you have been clinging to in order to receive it. So that is what I had for you today, collective. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video, or comment this video, or share this video, or hype this video, or subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, or hype our channel. All those actions would be greatly appreciated. And make sure to check out the offer in the description box. It is absolutely awesome and could be very useful in case there are indeed some important love matters at hand. And also, I thank you so much for your time and for being here and for supporting our channel and being part of our tribe. Until the next time, blessings.